What's going on YouTube? Alright, part 2. I was not expecting to do this tonight. Normally I know I'm not live. Wait and see how many people want to show up. So I got one. Probably Randy. I know he messaged me saying he'll be in chat tonight. But like I said, normally, no, I don't go live on Thursdays. But that's only because last night I was not expecting Popeye to go live. I was like, okay, that's why I shut it down early. Okay, and I told everybody I'll continue tonight. That's why I got the stream and everything set up for tonight. Just to run for about an hour. Yep. See, I knew it. That's Randy. You staying out of trouble, Randy? There's Cool Gamer. Oh. Oh, right now, my hand's still hurting after today at work and everything, and I've got another round of therapy tomorrow after work. Actually, I got to leave work about 45 minutes early because unfortunately on Fridays, the latest time they've got is 2 o'clock. So, yeah, I got to miss about 45 minutes of work, which they're willing to work with me. So that's no big deal. I appreciate that. Of course, now they got me doing something different than what I'm used to. Hey, I can't complain. Still got a job doing something else. Still got the money coming in. So that's important right there. Well, I definitely had something bite me. Don't know what it was, but unfortunately, like I say, I got called into HR yesterday or day before, something like that. I had signed the paperwork for how they're going to be taking out the insurance, double the amount for the next 10 weeks up until August the 8th. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Yeah, I actually had a couple of people come over and get my front cut. I still got to get the backyard done, but I got to spray for weeds and stuff like that and do a lot more clearing out, get things moved around and stuff like that. And I got a whole bunch of stuff, like I said, I need to get moved in the backyard. Since the city's wanting to complain about my truck and everything where it's sitting at, like, okay, fine. I'm fixing to get it back down on the ground. I'm actually going to, that's the main reason why I got that little inflator. That way I could air up that tire on the truck, because the left front tire is flat. So, get that aired up. I know I got to put a couple more quarts of transmission fluid in it. What else? Okay, get that done. Let's say get it back down the ground. Get my mom's car moved out of the way. Get Caliber moved out of the way. So that way I can be able to get the truck backed into the driveway, hook onto the trailer, get that thing pulled out, find out everything that needs to be done. That way I can get in there and start clearing some of that shrubbery and everything out of the way. And then park the car closer to the gate. My car, actually. Either that or I don't know how hard it's going to be for me to maneuver the truck and everything with that 16-foot trailer in the backyard. It's not going to be easy. That I already know. So I need to see about getting that hooked in, and I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put it or how I'm going to get it moved. Like I said, they're wanting to complain about the truck also right now. Like, yeah, as long as I've got it down on the ground and uh, it's parked somewhere. Oh, Randy, tell her to turn the radio up louder. That way she don't hear it. But one thing I was thinking about is once I get the truck moved out of the way, what I may wind up doing is, uh, let's see, I'll hook onto the truck, or actually take the truck, hook onto the trailer, park it on that side of the house. Ooh, that's not good. Is that front wheel drive or rear wheel drive? Front wheel drive, that means possibility of a CV joint going bad. Rear wheel drive means you got a U joint in the drive shaft, and that's not good. If it's rear wheel drive, yeah, possibility of a U joint going out. Hey, Mike, got tired of being over there in the lane, huh? Had to come over and visit me. I appreciate it. But I'm only going to run tonight for about an hour. Just try and make up the time from last night. Hey, there's Gleason. How you doing? I ain't seen you in a long time. Long time no see. Oh, by the way, Gleason, let's see, last time I looked today, 978 subs. I'm 22 away from hitting the 1K, and I'm doing a I'm doing a 1,000 sub giveaway once it's all over. Or once I hit the 1,000, I'll be doing the video and be doing a giveaway. Randy, yeah, something like that. All right. See about going over there and checking it out. I know I'm sub to you. Let's see. At least I believe I am. No, really. All right. Well, I was. I don't know what happened, but Adele, it said no, so I am now. Sorry about that. I'm subscribed to you now. I thought I was. It might have been that weird thing that. You're welcome. I was gonna say it must have been that thing that YouTube was doing, where I guess if you weren't checking it, you know they were. I know they were unsubbing people for some strange reason. I know one time I was. Yeah, Mike. And from what I'm saying, okay, Harbor Freight, they got two of them, and I was watching Jeff last night, and he was walking through the Harbor Freight in Vegas, and he was actually saying you can actually get a better deal on Scamazon. So that's something I've never looked up and everything. I'm looking it up now. Yeah, that I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, right now it looks like the same thing. Uh, you got the V4 one. And that's not a bad price on it. Let me bring that up. I mean, hey, I've got the little one that that Harbor Freight's got, which was the one they usually would have, and I mean, it's okay, but to me, it's too small. Now they've come out with a bigger one, but now you've got this one. It's a 6 liter, which I believe is the same size as what Harbor Freight's got. Okay, so this one's like $99. Okay, so let's do some comparison on that. So let me get over to Harbor Freight, and we'll look see what they have. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I definitely would be going with uh, Scamazon. No, they're wanting $180 for the central machinery. It's a 6 liter also. And if you actually look at it, it looks totally identical to the Vhor one. And it's $99. So to me, it's like, go to Scamazon. Yeah, all the U-joints should. I remember that's, when I had to replace a U-joint on the drive shaft. Yeah, it came with the Zerk fitting where you had to grease it. True. Yeah, that's the only problem. Oh, now what? All right. Wow. 1934 for 20 and a 10. I've been checking the serial numbers on that and seeing. I mean, they're going to be worth some money. True. Right now, for me, I have not had a problem with anything I've gotten from Harbor Freight. I mean, from Amazon. Uh, let's see what else they've got. Got a 2 liter, 6 liter. That's a 2 liter. I don't know what size that one is. Now, for about the same kind of price, you got this Cree Works on Amazon. I'm not exactly sure how that one is. Let's see. It's a 2 liter. 2 liter. I'm trying to find one that's at least a 6 liter. Get a good comparison. I'm trying to see if I can find another one. And the nice thing about with Amazon is if there's a problem with something, you've got so much time to be able to send it back. Um, and once they get it back and everything, I mean, free shipping back if there's a problem with it. I mean, like that one thing I got for the solar. Okay, come to find out, it's not. It was not what I needed. Okay, because I've got that wind generator. So I just boxed it all back up, made sure I had everything there, sent it back. Went over to the UPS store, had it like all sealed. They printed a label out, stuck it on there, sent it back. A few days, it was maybe a week or so. I was credited back that money. Uh, what video? Okay, you say you've got. Yeah. You're gonna make me want to spend money I ain't got right now. Hey, Uncle Mark. It might not be rain. It might be normal. Yeah, well, Gleason, right now, I just got back to work after being off work for over 2 months, over 2.5 months, um, dealing with the 3 surgeries I had back in uh, March. Because March 13th, I had my carpal tunnel surgery. The 20th, I had the surgery for right here where I sliced the back of my hand with the miter saw. And then the 24th, I had hernia surgery. So 3 surgeries in 11 days. As a matter of fact, tomorrow is actually going to be my first check I'm going to get. It's only for not even 2 full days. And then tomorrow I got to leave work at 1:45 so I can be over in for therapy on my hand. Because right now, I'm getting better at it, okay? Right now, that's about all I can close the fingers, okay? I mean, as you can tell, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's all I can do. Yeah, I think that's what it is when it's cold and everything, you got that valve and everything in there that it puts, extra pressure and everything for the engine when it's cold. It gets to a certain temperature, that valve opens up to allow oil circulate. It's like I've got that oil cooler for my bike, so I can put on. It will, uh, in the adapter and everything, the filter goes on. It does not allow it keeps the oil circulating, I guess, through the engine till a certain time. Then it actually will, once it gets to a certain temperature, then it'll actually start going through the actual oil cooler itself, then back into the engine. All right, appreciate you coming in, Gleason. All right, I guess Elaine must be done. Artie wants a link. But yeah, Gleason, you still, yeah, I'll go check it out. Uh, I'm definitely into the currency and stuff like that. There he is.
Yeah, he had to close the other window out.
Yeah. There.
Whoops.
So you gonna be casting us out like you were Elaine?
I don't know.
Just as long as we ain't gotta smell it. Yeah, I know that Crystal. One thing she was upset about is I got rid of all the fuzz. It was like I got tired of eating my damn whiskers while trying to eat food at the same time. Like, nope, nope, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah. Oh.
But I figured I'd go for about an hour or so tonight. Try to make it the time that I missed last night because I didn't know Popeye was going to fly. Of course, he went solo last night. He didn't have OG with him. Oh, but yeah, I've got a lot this weekend. I got to try and get done around the house. It's actually going to be nice to actually be getting my first paycheck since March.
Yeah.
And it's something I've not had since then.
Oh, you little brat.
All right, I'm going to finish my dinner real quick. I got a chance to eat most of it, but not all of it. I'm still here, just no camera. So I take it Elaine wanted finishing early tonight because she's still not feeling good.
Yeah.
I had a feeling on that.
Yeah, she was feeling worse and worse.
I didn't know she was going to go live. Of course, for me, I had tonight. It already scheduled yesterday. Actually scheduled it last night and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew she was going to go on because she told me a while back ago.
I got a chance to get some of it.
Yeah.
I still don't want to see Master Troller in a damn tutu. That would be an image that would be burnt in my retina. That would never be going away. I don't even want to see you in a tutu. I don't think anybody wants to see them hairy legs of yours. But like we were talking about that ultrasonic cleaner and everything, for the price and everything, I mean, they're basically all made in the same manufacturer. So that VWAR one, of course, they don't make it. They stick their, they have a company make it for them, along with everybody and their brother. Then they say, yeah, stick our name on it. The central machinery looks just like that one that VWAR's got. So like I said, for me, I'd rather spend the money for that VWAR one off of Amazon, unless I could find another one that's, very similar to it in a 6-liter.
Yeah.
There was a 15-liter on there for less money than the one at Harbor Freight's got. We're talking, what, almost 3 times bigger for less money? Yeah. like I said, most of that stuff is all made in the same plant. You got probably about 5 or 6 different lines making the same thing. One's going down, you got one line for one company, one line for another, and another line for a different company. It's the same parts, just different name put on it. That's it.
And Layla's doing okay. I'm trying to do whatever I can to get funds for her so she can get that lump removed on her chest.
Good.
And she's strong, healthy, has a lot of energy yet.
In other words, typical cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor, the vet wants to do x-ray, make sure it's not cancer. I don't think she's got cancer, and I hope it's not cancer.
Hope not.
Of course, problem with her, she's the nosiest cat. She's always into something. I, I can have a hunch of the way she must have gotten into something a while back ago and probably got injured, and I didn't know it. And that's why she's got that lump.
Could be. Cats will get into anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't leave hardly anything open. Hey, DC, how you doing?
Hi, DC.
Yes, I know. It's Thursday. I'm not usually on, but like I said, the fact is that last night, Pi wound up going live. I didn't know about it. So I shut my normal stream down and said I'll continue tonight. That's why this is part 2. Well, I'm glad you're alive. Glad everybody is. All right, I got a chance to finish that hamburger. That was good. Oh, yeah, we had Sonic get delivered. Sonic double bacon cheeseburger. Now, about the only thing I've still got is my cheddar peppers and my drink. And got my coffee. Oh, what's wrong with your car? Would you brake on it this time? Okay.
And
Oh, and by the way, yeah, I know, I see it there. Did I tell you what this whole time with my mom's car, why it wouldn't start, what the problem was with it?
the fuel pump.
Nope. Your pump had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and I put my PayPal link in the chat if you like to help with Layla get her surgery that she needs to get that lump removed.
I hate that. My hand's so bad I can't do the rip on this. I get started with scissors. Oh, make myself solo here. Make it easy to show you. That little sucker right there.
A fuse.
A fuse was missing out of the fuse block under the hood. And I have no idea how or when it got removed.
Someone must have came along during the night and pulled one.
Yeah, but you got to open up the hood in order to get to it. But you have to open up the hood from the inside of the car. The car has been locked up.
No, but there's still ways to open it outside too.
Well, you got quite a bit going on that, DC. Hey, Elaine's done with no ringing the bell.
Yeah, I was putting it away.
There's no whoop, whoop, whoop on my channel.
Oh.
But yeah, that was the whole damn thing. Is that, I kept checking and checking. It's like, oh. And I wound up seeing another video on YouTube. Because I was talking with Kenny. I was talking to a couple other people about it. And they said it could be this, this, and this. And I was like, okay, I tried all that. Nope. And I wound up watching another video out there. It was an older one. And this guy was saying, this fuse and this fuse, is what does ignition and everything. It's like, I don't remember if that one was in there. I went out, popped the hood open, and took the cover and everything off. Sure enough, that fuse was gone. Well, it might have been doing that also, besides sitting. Hey, my truck's been sitting a lot longer than that. Well, thank you, DC. But yeah, I found a fuse on the fuse block on the inside that wasn't even being used. Same size and everything. I took it out, put it in, turned over, and all of a sudden, it wants to fire up. Crap. So as soon as that happened, I was like, yeah, I got the thing to start. Of course, it hadn't started in a while, so it was definitely rough. And it looks like DC sent something towards you. So it wasn't much, but hope it helps.
Thank you, DC.
Oh, Uncle Mark, it was a 20 amp fuse that was missing out of the fuse block under the hood that was keeping my mom's car from starting up. I didn't even know it was supposed to be there, because when I looked, it wasn't there. I didn't think anything of it. And I pulled one out from inside the car, the fuse block, that wasn't being used, same amperage, stuck it in, it starts up. But like I said, it was very rough starting because I guess the injectors and everything. Yeah. And I have no idea who pulled it out. That thing has not been, nobody's messed with it. So that 20 amp fuse got pulled out of there for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
And right now, yeah, the city, they're still wanting to complain about the car. So, hey, it moves under its own power. in order to get tags and everything on it, uh, that would say DC on my truck. I've got almost the same problem with mine, but it won't shift out of first gear. I've replaced the solenoids. I might have wire not hooked up correctly or something else. Yeah, and Mark, that was the day I wound up putting that fuse and everything in there. It was like first time I got started up, it was popping and this, that, and the other. I guess because the injectors maybe a little gummed up, not wanting to work right.
Yeah.
Thing had been sitting for over 3 years. So I let it sit there and idle for a few minutes. Started giving it, okay, it was running, as soon as I started giving the gas, it was fine. Fine. Got my phone out, started recording. That's when I recorded me moving the car from one side of the house to the other. I think on my truck, it has 3 of them. But considering the fact it's been about 6 or 7 years ago, I've slept a lot since then. Yeah, I know. See, that's what got me. Is like, I didn't even think about, if that fuse was supposed to be there or not. I watched another video, ran across one that was about 6 years ago. The guy says, this fuse and this fuse is what does ignition. Like I said, I went out and looked, that fuse is missing, found one, stuck it in there. It's like, son of a man, it's running. Yeah, that's why for me, I'd like to actually find an older vehicle, one that's not computer controlled. I wouldn't mind finding something from back in the 70s. Not have to worry about having to go through emissions or anything like that. Definitely find something that's pre-catalytic converter. That way I can run 2 duals with glass pipes and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got that right on, Mark. Yeah, the old cars definitely are simpler to work on.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, you can take the points out and convert them over to electronic ignition. That's no big deal. You can take a newer distributor and pop in there, get it wired in, boom. Yeah, we got emissions here. Because I'm 1 county south of Dallas, so we have to do the emissions. But if I'm not mistaken, my 97 Dodge truck, it does not have to go through emissions testing. So if I want to add it on my insurance, I could add it on the insurance and get tags up to date on it. The problem with my mom's car is the title is still in her name. My insurance company will not put insurance on it. And it will have to go, since it's a 2003 being within that 25-year number, it'll actually have to go up and get emissions testing. I think that's about 16 or 17 bucks before I can go and get the tags renewed on it. Yeah. Oh, so you got a Honda Integra. You got you a Honda. Hey, Honda makes Acura. I don't care what anybody says. Honda makes Acura, Toyota makes Lexus, and Nissan makes Infiniti. If you don't believe me, go look at your door tag. It'll say it right there.
So Lexus is actually Toyota.
Yep, Toyota makes Lexus.
I
And
didn't know that.
yep, and the weird thing about it is, actually in Japan, every single model car that you find here that says Acura on it, in Japan, they carry the Honda name only. So if you have any kind of model of an Acura, that's here in the United States, in Japan, they call it a Honda.
Yeah.
It's not an Acura, it's a Honda. Now, whether or not they do the same thing for the Toyota and Nissans over there, I don't know.
Friend of mine, his son would know because he lives and works there.
Probably. I do know that in Japan, they have a very strict uh, emissions for their cars. Now, whether or not they've changed it, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it. But last time I heard was, I think, 60 or 65,000 miles, you are required, not, it's not where they ask, but you're actually required, doesn't matter if it's running perfect or not, you have to pull the engine out and put a brand new engine in it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to put a either brand new or a remanufactured engine into your vehicle. It's required by law over there.
That stinks.
Yeah, I know. But that was also another reason why I know back 80s and 90s, I used to see ads for all these garages and places and everything. They would advertise, these places would go out and buy all these engines, for dirt cheap. Okay, they'd import them in the United States. They sell low mileage Japanese engines. There was only one catch to it. A lot of those engines were not legal for emissions in the United States. A good example was you had the uh, 22R engine from Toyota. It would go into your cars, trucks, all that. In Japan, they didn't have a 22R. They had 21R. Totally different. Mounting bolts and some things were different. Plus, it was not legal in the United States. But you would find garages all over selling those engines, have them installed in the vehicles.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with them was that if you needed a part for that engine, say you needed main bearings or something like that, you had to order it from Japan because they were not the same. Mimi, yeah, I got to work today again. You're running around all over, Roadrunner. But by the time I got my phone out, you were gone. It was like, oh, there he is. I'm going to get my phone out. Nope, too late. Suck that tongue out at me. Mimi, gone. All right, so you needed it. What, is that what you need for your car? A B18C? What is that, like a 2-liter? I can go over to Walmart and get a 2-liter for what, $1.97? I'd probably pick up the whole car for cheaper than that. Pull the engine out and scrap the rest of it.
Oh.
Ah, you want one of those very fast race burners. Well, I could probably still find one because you got these damn rice burners all around, and yeah, I know you want to be so fast and so furious. But I could go up into Dallas. There's auctions all the time for those cars where these kids and everything get it. Get the car, soup them all up, and get out and start doing some stupid stuff, and they get arrested for speeding or they crash them and everything. Wow, you got to remove the dash just to get to it. Wow, should be right there on the. Isn't it right there on the steering column? I mean, what year Caravan is that, Uncle Mark? Oh, it's actually in the dash? Oh, 13. Okay. Boom, baby! What's up, Bryce?
Hi, Bryce.
All right, that would explain, Uncle Mark. Yeah, being 13, yeah. All right, I'm waiting for August to show up. Since Bryce is in the house here, stuck at work, I'm putting it out. I'm gonna keep talking about it. I don't remember the exact date, but in August it should be Ole, Billy Bobowski, and myself up for garage trivia. There's Arch.
Hi, Arch.
Yes, Arch. I know I'm on tonight, but that's only because last night I had to shut down a little early, so I'm trying to do a little bit of makeup on it. And I still got to do a video of what I was. I hate saying it, but I was actually ordered to go to Harbor Freight and buy something today. Yeah, Crystal actually told me to go back to Harbor Freight and buy something.
Oh. Ooh.
So I've still got to do the video now. I uh, they've got the bags and everything for Harbor Freight. The extra large bags. They're 89 cents. I told her about them. And she goes, "You didn't get any?" No. She said, "Go back and get some. Get 6 of them." So got off work. Had to go to the tax office, pay the taxes and everything for the house. That was like $150. And then went over to Harbor Freight and wound up getting 6 of the bags and figured, why not get the Harbor Freight hat since they're finally out with those. So she took one of them to group tonight, and so all I've got is 5 here, so that's all I'm going to be able to do a video on.
These were on clearance a while back ago. 50 cents a bag.
That's not bad.
No.
Well, the ones that Harbor Freight's got, they're what they call the extra large. Crystal was saying, "Oh, I didn't know they were that big." Or, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, an extra large bag, by the time you stuff it, it's so heavy you can barely lift it.
Yeah. No, I don't have a Ford. I'm not Oli. I'm a Mopar man. Like I say that song, Mopar or no car. Uh-uh. Nope, nope, nope. To me, the only good Ford is one that's crushed or getting shredded. Oh, yeah. I do, too. I To me, I wish I could afford some of the other ones, but yeah, my pockets ain't that damn deep. Especially when they're high six and low seven figures. Oh, and Bryce, I still got some more stuff I need to try and do a research on and get you some questions and everything for garage trivia. Still got one. I still got to look that up. Oh yeah, no kidding. Who can afford a new truck? I mean, hell, that the one that I had for a while, it was used and everything, and man, even that one I think was like 32,000, something like that. Yeah, that's the main reason why I definitely want to see if I get mine going. I got to work on it. I don't know exactly what all was wrong with it. I haven't messed with it since last year. That's when I found out that transmission hose had come off. That's why I started leaking the fluid. I got new hose and everything. Got that all reconnected. Of course, I put it back the way it should have been, not the way that whoever had it before me did. They had hose coming off the metal line, going to another metal line, going to the cooler, and from there back. And they didn't even use the correct size. They used 5/16 instead of 3/8, which they should have used.
Yeah, I got a Fiat.
Yeah. I bet that thing gets quite a few miles to the gallon. Actually, I bet it gets several miles to the drop of gas.
I got it for a vintage city that I have.
Um, no, Bryce, I haven't. But that's one thing I didn't make the comment. But yeah, they shouldn't be. Yeah, they shouldn't be making loud noises. I mean, you're going to hear a little tick out of it, and that's when that solenoid is moving, and that's normal for them. But like you were showing the very end on them, some places that manufacture them will actually do a test on them to make sure they're operating properly before shipping them out. It's possible that the ones that you got were tested not cleaned properly before putting, get put in the bag. Yeah, I mean, some of them will click loud, uh, but they shouldn't be loud. Yeah, if they've got some gum and everything in there, uh, you Bryce, get you some Bearman's B12. Put that in the gas tank. You got anything that's when I say Bearman's, I'm talking about this kind of Bearman's B12. This stuff here, you put that in the gas and everything. Yeah. Especially you dump that into like half a tank, or it's a little bit extra concentrated. Oh yeah, if you got injectors that are gummed up, it'll clean them. Well, hello from Florida. Yeah, Techron work too. I mean, you can get just about any kind of a good fuel cleaner, and you do it right and everything. That it might take a couple of, depending upon how bad your fuel system is, it might take a couple of doses. Yeah, there's a lot of places that have the Barabins. I mean, you can go to Walmart and get that. I think that's where I got this can at. But I like using the Barrowman B12 for years. I mean, now you can get the in a spray, but that's not the same thing as this. Oh, I'm trying to remember what show it was. It was, or what channel. Um, there was a channel that guy is, I think, out in Arizona. He's got a big garage, and they had uh, the Sprinter van come in with a no start. Okay, but anyways, that wasn't the Sprinter van. It was another vehicle, but there was a Dodge truck. Um, but anyways, they were having a misfire on the coil, or not coil, but the injector. So dealership kept changing out the injector, and that was not solving the problem. Come to find out that it wasn't the injector, it was the connector going into it, and come to find out it was the same one that was on a Ford product, I believe, and there was a call on it and a notice out there saying this is what you have to do. You actually have to cut that off and replace it because the clip or the wire connector and everything inside that would go bad. Yeah, yeah. The Marvel Mystery Oil. Yeah, that's definitely old school there. Yeah, I never heard about toothpaste. No, I definitely would not do that. I stick to it's been used for years. The Marble Mist Oil, uh, was it? You got the Seafoam, I think, and then you've got of course the Barrowmans. Uh, yeah, I was just mentioning that DC about the Seafoam. Uh, there's other products out there on the market. Some are better than others. Yeah, yeah, and that Marble Mist Roll, that's some old stuff. Art, that thing's been around what? A little bit longer than you've been around? Or are you the one that invented it? Yeah, gum out. Yeah. Like I said, there are so many different ones out there in the market. Uh, it just Bryce, it just depends upon which one you want to try. Yeah, with DC, he's not talking about the oil. What he's talking about is the fuel injectors. So it wouldn't go in the oil; it'd actually go in the gas tank. There's Mr. Bill Beckett.
Hey, Bill.
Arnie, were you wanting to go live tonight, or
Yeah.
all right? What time are you gonna start? I know it's
Yeah.
already 7.
Yeah, I'm all set to go live.
All right. Yeah, I just realized what time it was. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Bryce, it probably wouldn't run worth a crap, considering the fact that we know how Fords are. All right, so Arnie's gonna be going live. So yeah, it's already been a little bit over an hour, anyways. I only planned on going an hour myself. All right, Arnie, you got anything before shut this down and you go live?
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night, and I'll be going live next, and I'll drop my link in the chat.
Yep. All right, no problem, Randy. Yeah, I know it's about your normal bedtime, anyways. Like I said, only reason I'm live tonight is because yeah, well, Bill, I said last night since Popeye went live, I wouldn't expect him. That's why I shut it down. And so, okay, I'll just do part 2 tonight to make up. All right, well, Arnie's got that. So, all right, well, I appreciate, everybody come in. I know, like I said, normally I'm not live on Thursdays, but like I said, I just want to make it up. And that way I've still got my hours and everything in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in. And go watch Arnie, and we'll see y'all later. So I'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.